There we go.
Hey, welcome everybody. And if you don't know, I'm recording.
Kind
It
of figured.
is the 36th episode. Let's do this. Before we get into topics, though, I kind of want to mention some stuff. A couple of stuff. Is there a couple of stuff, or maybe just one? Well, the one thing is, I watched AEW's Full Gear last weekend, and I wanted to talk about a little bit of it last week, but I forgot. Well, because all the technical difficulties and stuff. But let me just say, AEW Full Gear was ridiculous. It was amazing. It was awesome. It reminded me of like old school ECW, and that last match with John Moxley and Kenny Omega was just, I don't know, I don't even have words for it because it was so crazy. And I saw that some people thought they went too far in that match, but I think those are just like newbies who are just starting to watch wrestling. Because if they had watched back in the days in ECW, it's basically on par. But
What are they talking about? What are they talking about? Like going too far?
Just like because they did like a non-sanctioned hardcore match, and the stuff that they did in the match, like Kenny Omega brought out a bed of just barbed wire. It was like basically like it was just basically just a gigantic like rows of barbed wire, and they basically like threw each other into that bed of barbed wire. And then they brought out broken glass and like smeared it on the ring and stuff. But it's not like, people who know wrestling knows that that's not broken glass. That's just probably sugar made to look like glass.
Or glass made to look like sugar.
But yeah, and then I don't know, like barbed wire wrapped bats that they smacked on each other's back and stuff like that. I don't know, but they thought it went too far.
You would have thought the match would have been over by the first bed of barbed wire.
Yeah, and it still kept on going. But I mean, like it was just awesome to see, and the whole like pay-per-view was like good from beginning to end. I don't know. A lot of it, like, if WWE didn't think they were in, like, if they didn't think that they were competition in the beginning, dude, they gotta like think differently now, because like their stuff is just, I don't know, it's tight. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about, and then also the other one is the new season of Rick and Morty is out already. Did you see any of those episodes yet? I didn't get to catch the second episode yet. I did see the first episode. It's on par with all Rick and Morty stuff. I love it. So
give me like a quick synopsis of the first episode, because I may have seen bits of pieces of a new episode, but I wasn't sure if that.
It was they went to go find this like these like little crystal pieces, and the crystal pieces tell you how you die, and
yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good episode. I didn't get to see the second one yet, so I don't know what happened on that.
Yeah, me neither.
I'll probably catch it tonight after all of this. But it's Rick and Morty. What can you say? It's good stuff. I love it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you don't know that it's on yet, go watch it.
quick thing, touching on TV. If you guys haven't seen recently, South Park's latest, I'm guessing, season finale. I thought their last episode was a season finale, but I guess not. This last episode was touching a lot of controversies. But if you know South Park for what it is, it's just typical Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Was it more controversy than the China episode that went viral?
Yes. I'll say this. It has to do with Olympics. Well, strong women competitions and trans women competing. So it touched on that.
Well, we'll have to wait.
But
We'll have to wait and see if
you
it.
gotta see
We'll have to wait and see if it goes viral though, because I know the China one went super
that.
viral.
I mean,
I mean,
what can you do?
it went so
Like, it's like,
viral that China banned all South Park stuff from China. You know, like
I mean, this is the whole drawing. What's his name? Muhammad, and putting it on, which is funny because that time where Comedy Central was like, you cannot put up a picture of Muhammad on this episode because, the Muslims are, like threatening us. They didn't know that they actually had drawn him into an earlier episode, and they actually said to them, like, why did you guys say it was cool the first time? And they freaked out. But Muhammad was in an earlier episode too. It's just normal South Park controversies. It's nothing crazy. You may have heard about it.
I don't think
like freaking out about it, but
I don't think it's as big. I don't think it's as big as the China one because I haven't heard about it yet. And China one was like next day I heard about it.
But this is coming from people who probably haven't even heard about the whole Chinese controversy with that episode. So that's usually what you get.
Well, sticking though then with TV, if y'all aren't living underneath a rock, everyone should know that Disney Plus has arrived. It did arrive with problems, but anything online, anything streaming, anything computer, when it comes out, there's gonna be always problems, but we passed through that. And one of the best things, what are you doing?
That's not me, dude.
Okay. Oh, that's Chewy.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to stop him, but he won't.
Wow. But what I want to, our first topic is, of course, gonna be The Mandalorian. The best thing that came out of Disney Plus, I want to say for right now, because none of the Marvel stuff is out yet. So, and before we even get into it, I want to say spoilers. We're gonna get into spoilers because I just don't like talking about things without going into detail. So if you guys haven't seen The Mandalorian yet, I don't know what you've been doing with your time. Go watch it and then come back and watch this. But
you know what? It's gonna be something like that because I did not watch it up until like maybe 2 days ago.
At least you watched it though. I think like for a Star Wars fan, there hasn't been much that made it you feel like you're watching Star Wars but looked like totally brand new, but still like nostalgic in a way, like I don't know.
We're going to be touching on a lot of things because I got a lot to talk about it, but that's actually one of the things that I was gonna say, that it's Star Wars and it feels like Star Wars, but it kind of has that disconnect and it's hard to, because you watched the first.
Say that again.
It's hard to believe watching this show that it's really hard to believe that it's fully canon. Just watching the first 15 minutes, you were just like, this could be a really, really good off the topic spoof or jab at it, but if it's full canon and they tie it into the movies, and it could have a lot of possibilities. But one of the big things, which we're going to probably talk about later, is where it is placed in the timeline.
Oh, I could tell you where it's placed in the timeline. It's
no, I know,
because it tells you.
But a lot of people don't see it that way, and there's a couple things talking about I'm guessing one of the best characters to come out of it so far. There's a lot of misunderstanding for who that character is.
Well, let me get into this because when you were describing IG-88, it was kind of hard for me to visualize it, but seeing IG-11 in the first episode and If you guys don't know, that's not IG-88. That is
No.
IG-11. But just
Because
seeing,
IG,
but just
I'm
seeing,
just gonna say IG-88 has a long backstory, so this is not even close. But
just seeing an IG robot in action shows me like why he's one of your favorite droids, and like I was amazed by the scene. I want to say that was like the best scene on the first episode out of the whole thing, and like, not that the rest of the scenes were bad, but like, because to me, I rated episode 1 a 9 out of 10, and I rate the second episode a 10 out of 10. But that's just me, and just from a person who's a Star Wars fan who likes to see stuff that's like Star Wars. But that IG-11 scene was like top notch. It was so dope. Like just seeing the IG robot going crazy with his blaster, and just like the stuff coming out of his voice box. It's just like, I don't know, it's awesome.
now just imagine one that has a backstory and is actually very foul-mouthed. It's the best thing to come out of the Star Wars universe. And I like how you said it was my favorite droid. Kind of bordering on favorite character altogether. I do have some other favorite characters because, of course, if you know the Star Wars universe like we do from playing the games, reading the books, watching all the movies, from ages and ages of research, there are the people just watching the show now are starting to get it, but we got it, that there are some bad ass Mandalorians out there. Those are like the top of the top when it comes to misunderstood tribe of kick-ass become bounty hunters just because of their way of life. That is like insane in the Star Wars universe.
Also, so people know, also, if you guys aren't into the whole Star Wars lore, so
it's gonna happen again.
What I was gonna say is, for those of you who don't know too much about the Star Wars lore, and I don't know if you're click off of the internet so your video gets smoother, please.
I did.
If you guys aren't into the whole Star Wars lore too much, because people thinking that the Mandalorians is what Boba Fett is, and they're expecting Boba Fett to show up. But what they don't know is Boba Fett was never a Mandalorian. He was an imposter. Nope. He was an imposter of the Mandalorian. He was a tribe of people who stole Mandalorian armors from Mandalorians that they killed. So, I mean, they might, if they tried to change the story. Oh my god, dude. Jesus. If they tried to bring in Boba Fett, then he might show up in the show later on. But from what we know for right now, he is dissolved in a big monster's stomach.
But then we're just going to get back to the point of we don't know whether or not he's dead, just whether or not Mace Windu is dead.
We don't know if Mace Windu is alive either, dude. So, there's no proof. There's no proof.
We don't know that Darth Maul was either, but then he comes back in the books and TV shows.
They gave proof. They gave proof for Darth Maul, because if you put it into a show and you say that the show is canon, then that's the proof. As of right now, there's no proof for Boba Fett and there's no proof for Mace Windu. So, for what we know for right now, those two are still dead.
And Mace Windu in my books is still the strongest.
I don't know. We were this is from a conversation we had off air, but yeah. So getting back to the show though. I know that the first episode was directed by the guy who does the Rebel show, which is an animated show, and the second,
which is a good show.
Yeah,
which
is a pretty good show.
That and the clones, the clones are a really good show.
And I felt like he did the best that he can for his first live action debut directing. So, big kudos to that guy.
The first 5 minutes make up for all the anticipation of whether or not you should watch it.
And from what I've seen for right now, the first 2 episodes has blown all the new movies that came out of the water. I don't know, like I'm digging this show more in 2 episodes than I've dug any of the newer movies, which is saying a lot. And then the second episode is directed by Rick Fumayiwa. I don't know if I'm saying his last name correctly, but let me just say, I don't know much about this dude, but his directing is amazing because he did such powerful scenes in the beginning that had no talking, no dialogue at all, and and the thing about the Mandalorian, you don't ever see his face, so to like emote emotion and feeling from a person that you don't see their face with a CGI character without dialogue, I mean, that was like, I don't know. He did an amazing job on that scene.
I'll really say something about the directing of the character. You can tell between the 2 episodes that there is a difference, but it really kind of plays into who he is as a character. Considering the first episode, you see him as a huge badass. He is like expert with the gun, knowing everything, anticipating what's going on, just like a Mandalorian should be. But then in the second episode, you start to see a little bit of his arrogance, a little bit of his naivety, and also kind of like how he's quick to just jump onto things, which some Mandalorians tend to do. We consider them like the Australians of the Star Wars universe. You know how that community got started, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
It's kind of the same thing.
Kind of, maybe in ways.
Not like that, but like as how they were segregated, but then they chose to just take their own path and just go their own way and become who they are. And yeah, it's just they are so proud of it, but also how kind of proud he was to bring back that metal and be able to bring it back to the home where it should be and start off different foundlings and all of that.
Well, let's catch people up though, because I don't know if we've even said it, but so in the first episode he was set out on a bounty to find someone, and I feel like he's because there's a bunch of this bounty is given to all the bounty hunters, but I feel like there's 2 big different factions that set this bounty out for the same creature, which is we find out after the IG-11 scene that the bounty is for this baby Yoda. Now we don't know the name. We don't know the name of the race because I don't think it's ever been said what the name of the race is. We don't know if this is like Yoda's like sibling or related to Yoda at all. We just know it's the same species as Yoda.
But we still don't know if all things that are like Yoda are related, because it could just be not. We just don't know.
We find out on the second episode though that the baby Yoda is force sensitive though, so that's a big reveal. So this little baby Yoda is force sensitive. But the conclusion that I came up to, the conclusion that I came up with is that there's 2 big factions.
You alright, dude?
Well, I just got something stuck in my throat. But the big conclusion that I came up with is that there's 2 big factions that set this bounty up, because there's a group of people who got the bounty and was told to kill the baby Yoda, and then there's the people who hired the Mandalorian, which said bring it back alive, but dead would be also good, but they want it alive. So,
and then you have to think that the one that are okay to have him alive,
what?
who could be the other side?
Wait, say that again. You broke up just a
Oh, I
little bit.
said, and the ones that want him alive are the Empire. So who would be the other faction?
Well, no, well,
No, I was saying like that's a big reveal because if the Empire wants him alive, who on Earth would want him dead? So it's kind of like a big reveal
yeah, that's
later.
true. That's true. But I think the ones who want him alive are somewhat related to the Empire, but not working for the Empire anymore. Because on one of the shoulders of one of the characters, there's a symbol that you will see and it's related to the prequels where they did the clones. So I think it's like they want to get this Baby Yoda and clone it. Either that or the Baby Yoda is a clone. Because there's like a lot of unanswered questions right now.
Also, just to be clear with everybody, this is post prequels. This is after everything. This is not a Baby Yoda. It's just we don't know what to call the thing. So,
Well, it is a Baby Yoda. I mean, yes, it is 50 years old, but it's a Baby Yoda.
and just to put this into perspective, Yoda died at age 900. So thinking about it, age 50 is still at like the toddler age.
Yeah.
So that's probably why he's able to walk but not talk.
And can I say though, there is a pop figure of the Mandalorian, but they better come out with the duo pop of the Mandalorian with the Baby Yoda, because I want that.
Nah.
I want that.
They need a big pop of the Baby Yoda because I want me a life-size one.
A life-size Baby Yoda, yo.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be dope, dude. Like a 6-inch one, dude. I don't know.
Like the size of one of those gremlins, but just a Baby Yoda.
That's true, dude. I would get that too. I would get that. That'd be tight. But in the second episode also, they bring back old school characters, the Jawas, which are they're scavengers basically, and they steal people's stuff.
After watching that episode, I just had the clearest picture in my mind that these are just pre-minion minions.
But like, yeah, these guys are annoying, and the Mandalorian like blasts is like disintegrates like 3 of them off the bat because they're basically stealing his parts from his spaceship, and he has to like he tries to like get at them, get on their ship, and they do like an Indiana Jones style like chase and stuff, but it's
Indiana Janes.
You know what I'm saying. Indiana Jones, man. But it was a pretty amazing scene. Like it was awesome to see, because I mean, like,
once again showing off how quick he is to just jump into things.
Let's just say though he fails at it pretty hard, and then he has to go back to the old dude played by Nick
I Have
Nolte.
Spoken.
Yeah, I Have Spoken guy. And they have to break a deal with the Jawas to get his stuff back.
I just gotta say, one of the funniest scenes is him riding on that giant sand speeder or sand boat. I forgot the name of the Jawa ship, but you saw this little Baby Yoda thing just flying by.
Yeah,
right behind him.
Because the Baby Yoda knows, dude. The Baby Yoda knows that this guy's important to him. Like he's there to help him.
I still don't
out.
understand. Is it the baby controlling it, or is it connected to like a GPS on the Mandalorian where he can control it?
I think the Baby Yoda's controlling it. Well, I think it's a little bit of both.
Because that's kind of dumb if you think about putting control inside of a baby crib.
Because I think that the Mandalorian was like kind of controlling the crib at first, and then like while it's chasing the ship, I think that the Baby Yoda was controlling the ship or the crib.
Could have controlled it by force too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we find out that the Baby Yoda has the Force because the Jawas decided to trade back the Mandalorian ship parts for an egg of a beast, and so the Mandalorian has to go into his cave, fight a beast. The beast almost kills him, but he gets saved by the Baby Yoda, because the Baby Yoda uses his force powers to stop him, the monster in his tracks, and like levitates him. And I don't know, it was amazing. It was an amazing time. Like, if you guys,
gives them enough time to stab him in the neck.
If you guys haven't seen it, you guys need to go watch it. It was awesome. Awesome 2 episodes. Like I said, I rated both of the episodes pretty high. I hope it keeps on going in this direction. I hope that it just, each episode gets better and better, and it seems like it's going that way. And the people involved with the projects are all great people. Like, Jon Favreau is the head like showrunner. You have people who've dealt with Star Wars working on it, so they know the lore. You got people who worked in Rebels. You have people who worked with the movies, and I know that
also just a lot of big name stars too.
Mm-hmm.
There's more than you would think.
There's a lot of like cameos in each episode. If you guys look very carefully, on the first episode, Brian Posehn is the guy driving the
taxi.
Yeah,
thing.
The taxi thing. Like,
who is killed almost instantly.
But he gets a cameo, and I know that I know Bill Burr, which is a pretty funny comedian. He's supposed to be in the show at some time too. And there's like a whole bunch of other stuff. I know Taika Waititi is supposed to play like an alien or something later on. Taika Waititi is also directing one of the episodes, so I can't wait for that episode.
Hopefully his own. But the thing is, I just gotta say, still pretty awesome how reminiscent the very first episode was. Really reminiscent about the very first movie with the cantina scene, with the guy coming over and pretty much just like, I don't like you. Why did you come here? And then just instant regret.
And I think this one like made it feel so much like Star Wars, like the original Star Wars, is that the original Star Wars was supposed to be like a space western, and I felt like these episodes were played out like it was a space western. Like
what's been going on is all the new movies have been assuming that you understand where they're coming from and you've watched the prequels. But what happened is they've gotten so far away from like the prequels and everything that they've kind of lost the essence of what Star Wars was. Just an empty, vast wasteland. They kind of came back with it with the very first movie with Rey, where she's having to like scavenge for parts, but that was just a little tiny bit of it. They didn't show you the whole vast of like bounty hunters, gunfights, robberies. It's gnarly out there. So the fact that they brought it back to the fact that everybody's just trying to survive on their own,
right,
is kind of very. It gives you that nostalgic feel of Star Wars.
Off topic though, I feel like J.J. Abrams is trying to keep that feeling though for this last movie that's coming out, because, or in a way, it's, I mean, he's doing the big space battle, and I don't know if you noticed too, but in the last trailer for the new movie coming out, when all the Rebels spaceship shows up, you see spaceships from everything. Like there's the spaceship from Rebels. There's the Millennium Falcon. I can't even say it right now. Millennium Falcon. There's like F wings, Y wings, and everything basically. Like,
I think there was even speeders that Anakin and Obi had in, I believe, episode 2. But I will say that this is where the games kind of come in, because if you really want to know your lore, just start playing some of the games. It's the place where you'll have to go to a random hangar and somebody will just talk to you about a random ship, but then he'll tell you like, yeah, Han Solo used to ride this before he had the Millennium Falcon from so and so, and it really gives you like unknown knowledge that you would not know otherwise. But this is why it's cool. Back into the shows, boom, you were like one of the only few people out there who get that, and they were actually meaning for you to get that.
Yeah, but back to the show though, it's awesome, it's amazing. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I think that's basically all I really want to talk about it. Really, I love that there's the Baby Yoda. I can't wait to see them explain like who he is, what he is, if he's a clone, if he's a sibling of Yoda, if is he a offspring of Yoda.
More than that, I want to see what he's going to do when he has to hand it over.
Yeah, that too.
Because you know that's not going to happen.
It's the Mandalorian. Will the Mandalorian end up to care for this creature that he doesn't know anything about? Are they gonna have make it like a father figure or something?
To the 50-year-old.
Also, will IG-88 come into play? Will IG-88 turn to join his crew? Is there going to be another IG robot? I hope so, because that scene with the IG robot, it was so awesome.
You know what I hope happens is the easiest way they can get around this is having that IG model have to be picked up by the Jawas and then sold, but then was repaired, but then still had the memory, but was just cranked up a bit and kind of messed up. And then because the theory of because there's multiple of them, but there's in the universe of Star Wars, in the games and the movies, there's murderous IG robots that go crazy and they kill the repair person that repaired them and then just went on a murder spree. So this is how they can play this into actually bringing other characters in, which then can get tied into how, but since this is supposed to be post, there's already supposed to be an IG out there.
Yeah. No, there's a bunch of IGs because these are just
murder things.
Yeah. Or what do you call awesome. Bounty hunter droids, basically. That's what they are. So there's a big old bounty hunter guild, so there's going to be more IG robots. But the thing is too is that the Mandalorian hates droids, so I don't know how they're going to fix that, because I would love to see him have an IG-11 or an IG robot as a teammate, as part of the team. It would be so awesome.
If he didn't try to kill that baby, he probably seemed like he would have been fine just having him tag along. It didn't seem like he hated him.
Yeah, but he already put it out there in the beginning that he doesn't like working with droids. He hates droids. That's why he had Brian Posehn drive him to the ship in the beginning.
But if he met one that was foul-mouthed and actually had a personality, I think he would kind of see it as something different, not just a droid.
Well, you never know, dude. That's what we're hoping for, because I kind of want to see him have a droid teammate, at least an IG robot teammate, which would be, because I don't know. I would love to see more scenes like that, because that scene was
finally
so awesome.
Finally, my favorite character comes to the spotlight.
Also, I believe there's only 8 episodes or 7 episodes. I'm not sure. I forget, but they had released it. How many episodes it's going to be? We are already 2 episodes in, and I know Gina Carano is supposed to be in this show, and I'm wondering what kind of character she's going to be and what she's going to play. Because is she going to be a Mandalorian as well? Is she going to be a teammate, a friendly, an enemy? I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I can't wait to find out and see in the show.
And the episodes are seemingly coming out pretty decently, so I would say, it shouldn't take long for the next one. I just hope they don't pull a Orange is the New Black kind of thing, and another year for the episode to be made, but I doubt it with Disney's money.
It's supposed to be a weekly thing. I think the only reason why we had 2 episodes on the first week is because it was the release of the first episode was part of the release of the Disney Plus app, so it was like a special. And then the Friday episode was supposed to be the actual first, but it's a second episode considering we already got the first episode.
So about like a little less than 2 months, and then we should have a full show.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Mm-hmm. I mean 7 weeks, but it's 6 weeks now because we already got 2 episodes on the first week.
Yeah.
So yeah, awesome! I can't wait. And that's that. That is the Mandalorian. Go watch that. It's an awesome show.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe you want to kick it to movies.
Just one last quick thing just to kick it off because it's still not much out there, but congrats everybody. You've bullied an entire studio to rechanging their entire movie. Fast, might I add you. If you haven't seen it, the new Sonic the movie is... Their trailer just released a while ago. I believe there's 2 of them. One shows a little more than I would have liked. The second one is kind of just like the first one that came out a long time ago that everybody hated. Perfect redesign. The character is exactly what we wanted. They changed it to more about the game, more about the nostalgia, more about the why is he there, not the...
They showed more of the stuff that looks like it's from the game, but the movie's still not about that area.
No, but it is actually playing with lore, so it could eventually turn into like Sonic 2 where we'll have Knuckles or Tails and we'll actually be thrown into like a different world, because if you know anything about Sonic, there are so many different worlds. There's grasslands, there's water worlds, there's casino worlds, there's so many different things. So if they actually took Dr. Eggman, Jim Carrey, and Sonic and then threw them into Sonic's world, I would actually go see that second movie. That sounds like awesome.
Well, from what I saw, yes, they did make Sonic look better. The trailer still looks like the movie's gonna be booty. I'm sorry.
It is, but it's better.
The story looks like it's still gonna be booty dumb, dude. I don't know.
It doesn't
make
jokes and crap, but
it doesn't make me want to go see it, man. Like I'll give it to them that they made Sonic look much better, like way higher improvement of what the old Sonic looked like, but I don't know, the trailer still looks booty.
You forget that we're supposed to be going and seeing Assassin's Creed, but we're sitting here talking about like a SpongeBob movie. It's not meant for us, but we did play the game, so we might have a nostalgic feeling for it. But I still think it'll be something cool to like eventually just have in the background if it gets thrown onto like.
But why can't it
Hulu or Netflix?
Why can it not be for us? I mean, the Detective Pikachu was pretty good. And
because Ryan Reynolds is not in it,
and that's for that that was targeted towards kids, and but it was still a good movie, and the trailers made it look pretty cool too. So why can't a Sonic movie be for everybody, and the trailer looked good too, But I don't know, like it may be good, but from the trailer, I give it a pass.
Had they made the main guy Ryan Reynolds
in the Sonic movie,
yes, then
not
I would have considered it.
Not with the
meant for us.
I don't know. It just I don't know.
Okay, screw it. Burt Reynolds.
Now you're just grasping
Sonic and Burt Reynolds.
Now you're just grasping at straws, man.
never grasp at straws when you're dealing with Burt Reynolds. Magnum.
Anything else on that though, or what?
If you want to go check it out, compared to the other trailer,
it's much better.
I think it's pretty funny.
It's better than the first trailer for sure. But
I think the saving grace of the entire movie will be Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman. I think he will save it. I don't think they really put too much out there, but I think he will like take that roll with it, and just live it. And I think that's going to be the best thing to come out of the movie. Maybe not Sonic, because he's kind of like a joke cutaway. Maybe not the guy, because I kind of don't want to see more of him. But if you just threw Sonic and Dr. Eggman into a movie, man, I am all for it. I would totally see. Even if I didn't think it was going to be great, I would just think that there might be some pretty awesome moments, and that's totally worth it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a Jim Carrey character that I did not like, so you might be right about that.
I'm pretty sure there's one.
I mean, even Lemony Snicket, which everyone said that movie sucked. I saw it. I still thought that Jim Carrey's acting was pretty.
It was pretty good
in that movie. So, and then there was the Majestic, which kind of bombed, and I still thought he was pretty good in that movie too. So like, yeah, I don't. For me at least, I don't think Jim Carrey has ever done a character that sucked.
When he did that Andy Kaufman movie, it was a little. I was supporting it.
That was amazing acting. What are you talking about?
Don't get me wrong. It was an amazing acting, but seeing the behind the scenes and seeing how like kind of weird he got, that kind of changed my view on it.
Well, he kind of had to, because that was method acting for him. Like, he had to get into character to get into that headspace, you know. So
like it was all fine, but I think it was just that viewing of seeing him like not be as mentally stable as I thought he was, kind of made me think that, oh man, maybe the outbursts and stuff like that is kind of.
Well,
okay.
The thing is,
I know one thing.
He had to play a crazy character, and to get into that crazy character's headspace, he had to go into that crazy space. Jim Carrey's an amazing actor.
But there is one thing I don't like him in.
What?
All of his early moments as a comedian in like late night talk show interviews. I have never seen him, like his earlier ones when he was first getting out there in Living Color and stuff like that. He looks so fake. It feels like he is forcing the laughters out of you, like he's pulling on it because, you know, he needs it. It's just the strangest.
I don't agree.
I watched way too many, and dude, it was awkward.
I don't agree.
Awkward. He's a great actor.
I feel like that was like the '90s scene. You kind of had to be that way, and that was like his act at that time. Because I mean, even the movies that he did at those times, which a lot of people don't know, he was in a movie called Once Bitten. If you watch that, I mean, dude, you know, like it was that weird '90s vibe. So it
was still kind of cringe.
And I still like the movie Once Bitten too. So Jim Carrey's a good actor to me. And plus, you can't say the stuff that he's done on talk shows as an actor. I mean, that's talk shows. That's not even a movie.
No, I'm just saying how kind of. Okay, he's a good actor.
That doesn't count because those are talk shows. How's that even count?
Okay, no, that's why I'm clarifying right now. I like him as an actor, kind of freaky as a person.
Well, you don't have to like him as a person. I mean, a lot of people don't like shoot, I forgot his name. Yes, the dude that did a lot of people don't like Mel Gibson, but I gotta say Mel Gibson was good in a lot of movies. You know what I'm saying?
What's that one guy? All I know is that there is this
Also,
one German director.
Look at Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is, believes in aliens, or believes in alien as the higher being, and Tom Cruise is an amazing actor. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of made me think of Mission Impossible a little different.
But yeah,
because it's hard for me to get the actor away from the character.
With that said, though, I think we've gone way too far off the topic, so I guess that topic is kind of done. Let me get into this last one, because I kind of just want to talk about it just a little bit.
Robin Williams over Jim Carrey, huh?
I don't know about that. I think they're kind of equal.
Well,
they might be kind of equal. I mean, we could talk about that in a different podcast, but what I want to talk about now is some Call of Duty news, because then this is why I love data miners. Like, I gotta give a big shout out to all the data miners out there, because I am super excited about this. A data miner who posted this on Reddit, and he's known for predicting a lot of stuff that came true, but he found all this stuff on the Battle Royale maps, all the perks, basically everything for Battle Royale for Modern Warfare on Call of Duty. So it's starting to look like that they are going to do a Battle Royale, and that the Battle Royale news is going to be true. And I don't know, I'm just super excited about that. Have you heard about this news?
I mean, I've heard about it for a while, but the thing is, there has yet to be a Battle Royale game I'm really into. I got over Fortnite, got over DayZ, not DayZ, Arma 2. I think that's DayZ. But then I got over Fortnite, I got over...
You're just saying the same games over and over. So I guess
Fortnite.
I guess let's just say Alex isn't really into battle. I guess Alex isn't really into battle royales, but for me, the news.
I hope this changes.
For me, the news.
I hope this changes.
For me, the news excites me because the mechanics of this game is awesome. The guns in this game is awesome, and I kind of want to play a battle royale with the mechanics in this game, because the movement is good, the guns are good, and I just been having a lot of fun. Also, on the same kind of the same topic, but off topic, I just unlocked gold camo for my HDR sniper rifle in the game, and I'm proud of myself.
I got it for the Scar.
Do you? No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't even use the Scar. You use a shotgun and the LMG.
No, I don't. I just barely started using the Uzi, which I have up to like level 30 right now, and it has become one of the most underdog guns out there. People don't like it up until it gets to about level 20. Once it hits level 20 and up, that thing is pretty damn strong.
Oh no, I know it. I've been rocked with it many times. Guys running around just jumping up and down, like just slicing you up with it.
That's the issue. But that's the issue. You don't even get to have good games until you get it to that level. Because until then, you're just popping away at people. The scatter is everywhere. You can't control it. It's just not going to do anything.
That's kind of like almost every gun besides the M4, because the M4 is like a freaking laser without attachments. But every other gun, you kind of have to build it up before it gets good. You know.
But really, if you think about it, that's the reason why I kind of chose it, because if you were going to get that, you might as well use, one of the others. You might as well use the Bison. You might as well use the others because they have better stats. But I think it was worth it in the end. It felt
the Bison,
like something is complete.
The Bison, which I call the Bison, is a very underrated gun because that thing shreds, and it's a laser. It doesn't have any recoil.
See, that's the point. That's why people pick it first.
It's such an amazing gun.
But I like the underdogs. So that's all.
Hey, you're talking to the guy who runs around knifing people with just a shield, dude. I make it hard for myself.
You're getting to the point where you're so underdog that you're kind of becoming meta.
It's amazing. I don't know. I like it, and I also like sniping too, especially on the shoot house map, because I found my spots, and let's just say it's super fun sniping in that map.
Nah, see, this is why we play well together, because you're a stop and snipe and like run around and knife people. And I am never stop moving to the point where I'm probably going to end up behind them. I'm not going to really understand how I got there, but I'm going to take advantage of it. So we kind of make a good chemistry when it comes to running the map.
That is true. That's true.
Watch out for us if you have to play us, because we will. Don't even get Dada in the mix. He is just
I've
cracked out 24/7.
I've played a few games with him this weekend, and God,
dude, seriously,
that guy drops he drops no less than 20 kills per game.
I think 3 out of the 5 games I played, he rocked 30 to 35s the entire time, and he carried the entire team against another team, and I was like the third best, and I had like a 4 and 27. He carried the entire team, and we still won. From like a 75 to like a 40. So
well, I wouldn't say
that guy's a monster.
I wouldn't say that he carried our team the whole time. He did do the best in kills, but we did a lot of OBJs. So me and the bearded man, we did a lot of the objective while Dada picked up all the kills. So I want to say it was a team effort.
It's weird. Like, you'll be playing. You'll have like 3 kills. He'll have 3 kills. You'll have 3 kills. He'll have 4 kills. You'll get 4 kills. You look back and he has like 13. And you're just like, how? It was only like a second.
And then also, like, if you do play with him, you have to find out where the spawns are, because you're not going to be able to find the enemies on the field. And the reason for that is they're not on the field because he already killed them. So you got to go to the spawn to find the enemies first, so you could kill an enemy. Because otherwise, you're not going to see any enemies.
This is literally what we get. We are decent players, but he had to grow up with decent players as relatives, so he went like way beyond.
Yeah,
because it started out with League of Legends, but once he started doing shooters like us, he destroyed us with competition.
Yeah, that kid's cracked out, dude. He cracked out on that game.
All right, so go watch Mandalorian.
Go watch Mandalorian.
Go watch
check out the new Sonic trailer if you want.
Sonic trailer. Look out for Call of Duty Battle Royale.
Yep, I'm crossing my fingers that everything.
Korean.
I'm crossing my fingers and hoping everything is true, because I would love a BR in Call of Duty.
That is Korean.
And then also tell us if in Pokemon Go, they are putting what's his name again?
Regigigas
into EX raids,
except for instead of Deoxys. Mm-hmm. So those of you that paid pretty much paid for the early access and also the items.
Let us know if you hate that or not, because to me, I don't really care anymore.
But that's the thing.
I kind of knew that. I already knew that going into it.
But the thing is, most of the people don't realize that it was mainly just for the items. Because they're always gonna, whatever Pokemon they put out early are always gonna come out later.
Because
always.
The reason why I paid was I was hoping there was gonna be better spawns, like we were gonna get better spawns, and we didn't get that. That's why I didn't like that event, because we kind of paid for a mediocre event just to get access to a character before everyone else did, which I don't care, you know. But now that it's going to EX raids, whatever, it's like I only liked EX raids when it was Shadow Ball Mewtwo, and we could get the shiny. But now that he's gonna be gone, no more use for EX raids for me, because Regigigas is kind of useless. Okay.
It's literally just a stand behind you, and people go, "What the f is that thing?"
But yeah, it looks like Alex is going crazy. So with that said, then I guess we're gonna call this one an episode. All right, fellas, everybody, ladies. Thank you everybody for watching. I believe we're still at 53 or 52 or 53 subscribers. And tell everyone to subscribe, please. And with that said, we will see everybody on the next episode.